I slept in this morning. It's bloody lockdown sending me balmy. What are we on? We're not even on the 29th, are we? We're on the 30th. So, today's energy, Spirit please, what do we need to know? 30th of January 2021. It's Mother's energy, Demeter. She puts us into winter and then makes things work in spring. Let's see. And there she is. Arguments. Stressed. Time of the month. Banshee. Wishes and dreams not coming true. Because you've got to face things. Oh, damn it. So, in denial, refusing to walk away from something that's just not making you happy. But there is happiness to be had, and there is unconditional love. Could be from a mother in spirit, but we have no positive energy apart from this lady. Water sign female, unconditional love. But it could be any female that you're emotionally involved with. There is a couple here, and they're both very detached. They might as well be living separate lives. But if you are an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this could be the perfect match for you. The Aquarius though, if it's an Aquarius, is negative energy. Look for the dragonflies if you're anywhere in a country where there will be about at the minute. They are here. But this is a can of worms or Pandora's box. You know that when you open this box, the chaos will come out. See all the dragonflies? But also, it brings hope, healing, and freedom. Maybe that's what you fear. I don't know. It's issues with the ankles and the legs, groups, and the wider society. This is something you've got to let go, and there could be a legacy involved, but there is arguments with a woman, or feminine energy is negative at the moment. 4 weeks would take us to the end of Mercury retrograde, so I keep saying this, but please don't take any desperate actions because you feel like there's nothing else you can do in Mercury retrograde. Because chances of you changing your mind will be massive, and you'll regret the decisions you've made. So you've just got to be very, very careful. 8 months is mentioned, which if you watch the yearlies, that takes us up to October, November time, and that's a very important time. I'm not going to say this is easy, because it's not. There's been disappointments here, but you played your part in those disappointments. They didn't just come upon you. I'm not saying that you're to blame, but you did play your part in these disappointments. And all is not lost. So don't cry over spilt milk. Take what you've got and move forward. There she is again, in her own read. So this situation, like I said, can change rapidly. Mercury retrograde sees friends as enemies, enemies as friends. It's just unbelievable. So there may be a mother in spirit, because we've got the unconditional love of the mother. We've got, without prompting, her in the same read. It's happiness, it's social gaiety, because you didn't dwell on something. But you have got to cut away what no longer serves you. Twice we've got the Four of Swords. It's peace of mind. It's possibly the lockdown. It's having time to think, quiet your mind. Somebody is definitely walking away from something. But it may mean that finances will become very tight. That doesn't mean you have to hold on to every penny. You've got to live, and you've got to enjoy life as well. You may feel lonely in a room full of people, or just isolated because of this. You've got to face your fear. What did I say? Feel the fear and do it anyway. It doesn't matter if you're left with nothing. And I can say that because I've been there. Because in actual fact, it's a great adventure. It's not something to be looked on as a negative, because you've got a blank canvas. You can start again and be who you truly are. We all change and evolve over the years. So the number 22, massively important in a positive way. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Jump off that cliff and make your wings on the way down. Yeah, there is confusion, possibly torn between two properties, ping-ponging, maybe, especially with the lockdown, having to go looking after parents and stuff like that. There is 2 dogs and a cancer. Cancer is mentioned. But you're torn between what you should do and what you want to do. If it's possible, do what you want to do. But whatever it is, it won't be easy. So don't expect it to be. And it will cause friction, conflict, competition. Something you've been working on for at least 3 years isn't paying off. But there is a chance of travel, a chance of making 2 warring factions come together and work together. Face your true north and you will be successful. This is about the home, the ancestors, and funny enough, the breasts. So red cards bring success, and the number 7 or 25 may be important to you. somebody is definitely walking away from something. There's no doubt about it, and it's the right thing to do, but it isn't going to be easy. And people aren't going to agree with your decision. Yeah, there is a financially orientated fire sign female, very successful. And another couple, so the fire signs, you are, the masculine energy is not happy. And there's a no there. There's no growth, no fertility, no abundance. And maybe a failed pregnancy. A lot of fire sign energy in this bit. Somebody's releasing a heavy burden that's been too much. And those born on the 19th, living or past, if your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Confusion. There is blockages to travel, or someone is blocking travel. Children, but it's being confused, being in the dark about something. There is a businessman, very successful businessman, darker complexion, possibly a man in uniform, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn perhaps. He is a good friend, a very generous one, and may indicate a business opportunity. And it's something that you should accept. You probably won't, because you feel for some reason that you're past that point. It's too much. You can't handle anymore. So you're trying to avoid it and block it out. It won't make any difference even if you do, because this is the only knight that always gets what he sets out to do. So this one's stubborn. He will stay the course and is not taking no for an answer. You will find out about some deceit, lies and theft within the next 7 weeks. So it could be a man in uniform, could be a darker complexion. There's possibly an apology, but improvements in money, finance, business, slowly. So, but the male seems to have lost his passion for the finances. This is probably the female. Yeah, a man that works within the home for people will enter your life, or be a good energy, positive energy to the read, or an important energy to the read. Someone's going to breathe a sigh of relief. Patience pays off. A female enemy is overcome. But there is a run of bad luck. Some things goes wrong. Well, it's because of the lockdown and everything. Nothing's normal, is it? Someone's been released from prison, a mental prison or an actual prison, and it's bringing disgrace to the door, as my mum would say. So either somebody returning from prison, or the neighbours are oohing and eyeing because he's coming home from prison, or it's somebody being let out of a mental prison of their own making, and it's because of something that's they've done that they shouldn't have done, or others see that they shouldn't have done. It's bringing deep depression, and it does seem that there could have been a failed pregnancy, or a new beginning that didn't take place. A strange building or a new home with a positive energy. So this could be a house move for some. It could be courts. It could be hospitals. It could be universities, schools. But the strange building has a positive energy. It's just this no fresh starts, that's because somebody isn't facing the problem head on. Probably should have been sorted a long time ago. I think it's issues with work. For a lot of people it will be. Feeling like everything's collapsing and going to pot. What you don't see is that Spirit sees your life from start to finish. And if getting to where you need to be means that in some point of your life everything collapses, they will do it because they see that it's what's best for you. They don't have the same logic as we do. They just know what's best for you. So trust that they do. Whatever this is, you've got to clean up your side of the street. As somebody just said to me, you can't fix everyone. So just fix yourself. Clean up your side of the street. There is a change coming. You've been carrying a heavy burden. The zebra and the moose are your animal totems. There is possibly a house move. Like I say. And if you're a female, be very careful who you let sip from your cup. And that means financially, emotionally, or any other way. I fear, because of the Four of Pentacles, that somebody needs to release the hold on the outcome of everything. What this should have taught us all is that the past is over. There's no going back to that. The future's not promised. So we have to live in the now. And we have to make the best of the now. There's no point in sitting and waiting for this to be over, because it might not be over for a while. So you have to find a way to live a happy life within that. There is a loyal heart here. And messages will be coming across or from a body of water. Something to do with water. Number 15. Might be a secret message. It's a message in a bottle. A long journey. And you have just to learn to breathe through it. Yes, it's a never-ending story. I know it's a never-ending story. We're all in the same boat. It is miserable at times. But they want you to keep believing, because they know that we're all at that point now where we just about ready to call it a day. So, in whatever it is, but the thing that will happen is it will be glaringly obvious what doesn't fit in your life anymore because of the situation. And now you've got to decide, how do you either replace it or end it or make it better? Damn, spilled my coffee. So, number 23, Aquarius, which is where we started. So I know this is important and you need to listen. Number 17, but it is a negative energy. So this is what you should be doing with this energy and what you aren't doing at present. You will be showed waves of the future. But the best way to predict your future is to invent it. So you make your future. You will be tested, but you will find sudden insights. Don't dismiss the common or ordinary person. Someone sees your future in spirit, and it will mean that you get ahead of the game if you listen. They may be entering your dreams or sending you visions. Stubbornness and weirdness. People will be acting totally out of character. And for air signs, what we started off with is there's 2 air signs, isn't there? There's a couple, and then there's 2 fire signs. They can be great humanitarians, but not very practical. There may be something fantasy-wise about this, but you won't be wanting to get caught up in emotional dramas. There could be someone who's a friend that turns to a lover. There could be insults because people are disagreeing with far-fetched ideas, even though you know that they will work out. There could be people of other ethnicities. What did I say about the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles? Aquarians are very attracted to other ethnicities and races, so if they do decide to couple up with someone, it's generally a person who does not come from the same background, or sometimes even the opposite gender. Although relationships, Aquarians will develop and grow often as some kind of artist. Yet there is always a disconnect quality to Aquarius. Yes, somebody's detached. They're noticeably peculiar and in this they pride themselves, so they have some quirk. Friends and friendly alliances are about to help you achieve your goals. It's possible that you are going to meet up with a group of people or become involved in an organisation that will support you in unusual plans or ideas. But for me, because it's reversed, I question whether it's a good group of people. So don't go with the crowd. You need to be your own leader. You may find yourself dealing with persons from exotic or dissimilar backgrounds, and those of different ethnicity or culture from yours. You will learn greatly from them. Transgender people and cross-dressing may possibly mean something in this world right now. You will acquire different concepts and approaches through these dealings, which are changing you. In the coming months, travelling to faraway exotic places is likely to factor in. Not necessarily exotic, but you are travelling. You will have to master new technology and deal with futuristic concepts, but they will benefit you. Whatever you accomplish in the near future will be based on how well you master these new ideas and approaches. Science fiction or fantasy may become subject to an art form. Another meaning behind this card is meeting up of cutting-edge people, yes, fire signs, air signs, and those who challenge what you believe to be true or established, though it may not be. Many times these people will be artists. With this card, you are likely mastering something new and untried, which will lead you to greater awareness and success. So, Mercury retrograde, from today, use it to do any skills that you found difficult before, because you will succeed this time, especially if it's to do with technology. Reevaluate, reassess, and regroup. The future is what's important. You are laying the foundations for the future. It's probably something that you have to speculate on, so you're not sure of it. So I should wait till after make a record. There will be visions, there will be advice from Spirit. Read as much as you can on your subject. The planets and the stars, so they're telling you, look to your astrology, because that will help you through the darker moments. Space and aliens, I've said this before, haven't I? I won't be surprised if aliens landed now. But communication is massively important. Don't bottle things up. You have to expand your mind. Stop wallowing. Don't be too arrogant. There may be taboo subjects involved here somewhere that you don't really want to talk about. You're going to have to. Free thinking. The unconventional group. So they won't be the normal, everyday group. People who are like you, are like-minded, maybe of a different mind. For some of you, I've just got from Spirit that somebody needs to go to, and they won't want to do it, they'll fight tooth and nail, but you've got to clean up your side of the street. Somebody needs to go to counselling or AA or something like that. Because you can't solve a problem with the same mindset that caused it. So you have to change your mindset. And you will do that in a group. It might be a bohemian crowd, and it might be going against everything you've ever believed in. But you've got to march to a different beat now. Dare to be uncommon. Appreciate the odd and the unusual, and take on every challenge. Because your wishes and dreams can come true, but you've got to face it now. This is eccentricity, surprises. You will have to stand on your own 2 feet. The future technology, outer space, and mastery. So just be ready. It's not. I can't tell you it's going to be easy, because it's not. I definitely can't tell you that. But there is something you definitely. The misery of the past you have to leave behind, and you have to decide where to next. And how am I going to achieve this? Clean it up, step by step, baby steps. There's a big sigh of relief there. Patience pays off. Thanks for listening.